Like, we still have 4 minutes.
Well, I don't see you, so.
I'm not there. Let me just close this. Oh, wait, wait, wait. Oh, crikey. I saw something that said, oh, there it is. Bart would like you to guest on his thing. How do I do this? Shoot. Yeah, you're supposed to. Do you want to leave it? Uh, Bart would like you to get the broadcast.
I see you're watching the live. Oh, go live with Ken Sylvan. Invite. They'll receive an invite. Add. You should receive an invite.
Bart would like you to.
It shows me adding. Oh, there you are. Okay, let's disconnect the phone because it's echoing now.
Can you hear me?
What do you think?
Hello?
Hello?
Ken, can you hear me?
Barely.
Why is that?
I don't know. It sounds so far away. Let me try.
Do you need to turn up your volume or something? Or what's going on?
Oh. Can you speak now?
It's not. I don't hear you very well.
Oh, I don't hear you. Huh?
Turn up your volume, your cell phone's volume.
Yeah, I don't really. What is this weirdness? I can't hear you. I hear you, but it's so like. Can you hear me?
It's very low.
Yeah, you too.
What do we do?
I don't
What's
know.
up,
My phone's
Nancy?
on maximum. It just sounds funny. That's all. I put this on. I thought Bluetooth. I can't even hear you in here.
Wow. Look at this guy, technology.
That's so weird.
Nancy, can you hear us?
It's weird. Even my earphones, I can't hear you.
Really?
It's weird. Oh, well.
Oh, Nancy can hear us.
Nancy, you can hear us? Can you hear me, Nancy?
Maybe you don't need to speak. Can you just stay in the background?
Yeah, I'll just
You're in the
go.
square.
I'll just go eat my dinner.
Nancy, can you hear Ken as well?
Hello?
Sing a song, Ken.
Sing a song of six pigs, a pocket full of rock. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
You can
Well,
hear me.
she can hear both of us. So
Oh, well, I'll take this off. It's not making a difference. So. Are you on your laptop or your phone?
phone.
Me too. Interesting. By the way,
I don't know if there's any settings
you
here.
emailed everything, right, to BLE12? Well, at least it worked. Whoa.
Just playing around with
I
the
don't even know how you
options.
did that. That's your famous. How'd you do that?
I don't know. There was like a wand.
Oh, I don't have that.
I'm just looking
I
for
don't have a
settings.
special
I was trying
feature.
to look for settings.
I'm just the login guy.
Login guy. Check this out.
I have nothing to say.
I don't know. Is this racist? Not so much. I don't know.
No. Self-hate. Jeez, where's the document?
Who else do we have here? Hey, what's up, Laura? We have two people with us right
Could you
now.
send me,
We'll probably wait for like maybe a couple of minutes.
sure.
Laura, can you hear
Whatever, right?
Ken and me clearly?
Yellow. Hopefully. Which means you can hear my son playing Fortnite as well.
I sent Kenny a picture on WhatsApp
Oh, did you? Oh, okay.
yesterday.
Thanks, Laura.
Oh, Laura can hear us. Okay, perfect.
Did you send everything to Be Elite, by the way?
Eh? What to be elite?
What do you think? The live day?
Oh, I don't remember, dude. It's either in your Gmail or be elite, one of them, or both maybe. Actually, no, WhatsApp. Check your WhatsApp. I sent you the link last night.
That's why. Okay, I was looking for to pull it up on my laptop. That's why I don't have it. Oh, well. See if I can minimize the page.
Nancy and Laura, if you have your documents with you, that it might be a good idea to open them up. If you have them printed, just because we're going to go through all the documents. So, well, you can't open it on your phone.
Just hired help. It's here for the ride.
We'll wait another maybe 2 minutes and let's start. Ken, you could copy that link, Gmail it to yourself, and then open it on your laptop. Can you hear me, Ken?
Yeah, actually now it's really loud.
Okay, good.
What did you change?
I didn't change anything. Laura,
I just
you were
left the
asking the
screen.
technology chat to do that.
I just left the page. Did you see me? I left the page and I came back in, and then can you hear me louder?
Not really.
Oh, now you're very loud. Before you're like,
Oh, okay.
now you're like So but I had to leave the page and come back, and now I can.
Okay. Well, at least one of us can hear each other. So, did you hear what I said, Ken? You could copy the link, email it to yourself on your phone, and then open it on your laptop.
Yes, I could. I was just doing that when I left.
Oh, okay. Where's Nancy? Nancy leave? Ken, can you hear me? I can hear you clearly now.
Oh, really? I left again. I just left again, and then
Okay, let's stay here now.
okay.
Oh, okay. That's okay, Nancy. Hopefully we can stay online for a bit. So, okay, I guess we should start then. So everyone can hear each other, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Laura, Nancy, if you guys can hear us, just maybe say yes, thumbs up,
Or
something.
give a thumbs up. Press the I can hear you. Oh wow, Schwepfescence.
What?
I thought there's Schwepfescence. Schweppes. Yeah.
Yes, good. What does that say?
I got this.
Oh, I got this.
It's not my cup. All right. Well, let's do this.
All right.
Let's go.
So, all right, welcome to the first 5-day challenge video.
Yes, welcome everybody.
So hope you, Nancy, Laura, hope you guys got a chance to look at the documents. There's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Should be 7, guys. Okay,
7.
see, I've got 7 documents.
So hope you have those. We'll pull up the first one. Actually, let's just go through the nutrition and supplementation one first. And you can see there's 2 sample nutrition plans in there. And again, these are, it's a general guideline. Obviously, as you guys start applying this, Laura, I know you're doing nutrition with me already, so, but you see it's a similar format. There might be some recipes in there that might be interesting. So that's 2 weeks, that's 14 days worth of nutrition in there, which again, you can keep cycling. Even after that, you can keep switching the recipes, switching the options. Again, it's very general, obviously based on your systems, things may need to get very specific, but it's a very general guideline of how you can eat to achieve fat loss, reducing inflammation, improving your blood sugar, and also improving sleep and other hormones. So you can go through that. It's very straightforward. You also have all those recipes to go with it. So there's a bunch of recipe documents.
There's also notes, guys. So make sure, you guys also go through the notes. There's a lot of
right.
things to avoid, things to try to stay away from, like your wheat, dairy, corn, soy, tofu, all those different things. And then as well, some great snack options. And yeah, so make sure you read through the notes because there's a lot of notes when to drink water. Just for things like bloating and making sure you're not diluting your stomach acid. So hop into that, some really good tips in there as well. So.
Yeah. And then, all right, so let's get into the top 8 habits. So habit number 1, using that alkaline water strategy, right? So you dissolve a pinch of pink Himalayan black salt.
You're looking at my face. You're thinking black and black. You couldn't get away from it. So.
Hey, that's what it was. But yeah, dissolve a pinch of pink Himalayan salt in a large glass of filtered water and leave it overnight. And then in the morning, first thing in the morning when you wake up, you can add some fresh lemon juice to this and drink that. That'll be your first habit. Helps with everything from bowel movements, making your system alkaline, waking you up, balancing your cortisol, all these different things. So really important. You can do this. Can you add apple cider vinegar to this? You can. I would suggest maybe do this for 2 weeks, and then maybe for another 2 weeks after that, maybe just do apple cider vinegar with the water, and then keep cycling that so you can keep rotating your alkaline waters, right? So Ken, do you want to add something to that?
No, that makes sense. I think keeping it simple is good for now. That's a good way to look at it, and that's the biggest thing. So habit 2. So hitting your daily water goal, and that's important. He said not only will that help with, bowel movements and getting them online without having to do a whole lot of trickery with it, but focusing on water will also make sure you're not as hungry with cravings, keep muscles recovering, and all that. But also looking at the points that we put in the other page on when to drink water is so important. But either way, have a good filtered water every day. And so drink half your weight in water daily. So for example, 160 pounds, you drink 80 ounces of water.
Yeah.
So if you're 120, 60 ounces of water. Okay. And that's a successful habit you can have, whether you have your bottle and you have elastic bands, and every time you're drinking, you're putting them on the bottle to try to add up to the total so you don't forget. Whatever you need to do, reminders in your phone, your Outlook Express, whatever. Instagram your friends, but whatever we need to.
And we talk a lot about filtered water. So ideally, you want a reverse osmosis system in your home. If you don't have that, there's something called a zero water filter. Walmart sells it, Bed Bath and Beyond, I think.
Yes, you hit that right on, buddy. That is, like that's your place. So
Okay. Anyway. So anyways, so something like a zero water filter, not a Brita. Brita just removes the smell probably from the water, but
right.
Zero water filter will actually remove a lot of the metals, parasites, other toxic waste that's in the water. So again, good quality water, super, super critical. So not just hitting your water goal, but actually having good quality water come into your system, right? So that your body can actually use it versus get toxic and get stressed out even more, right? So, and then habit number 3, really simple. One of the challenges that people go through when they're trying to get leaner, drop body fat, get healthier is things like cravings, needing carbs, low energy, all these different things. And instead of focusing so much on, okay, if you have cravings, do this, if you do this, if you had to pick a simple habit that will actually keep cravings low, one of the best things you can do is focus on your proteins for the day. So if you can hit your protein goal every day, a lot of other things fall into place. So, usually protein is also very filling. So let's say if you can have 3 to 4 meals every day with good quality of protein sources in it, and you start your meal with that, that's going to start balancing your stress hormone. It's going to start balancing your blood sugar. Now, usually when you have protein, simple rule, you always put vegetables with it. So if you focus on your protein goal, you automatically even start increasing your vegetables, right? So focusing on hitting your protein goal and putting the vegetables with that, that's going to help you control all the other things like cravings, improving blood sugar, dropping body fat, having that feeling of satisfaction after eating, because protein tends to be a lot more satisfying in terms of sitting in your digestive system, right? So general rule, and again, these things change, but men can aim for 4 to 5 ounces per meal, and women 3 to 4 ounces per meal is ideal if you're choosing those animal proteins, okay? You can also add to this certain protein supplements, so certain protein shakes, non-dairy protein shakes, non-soy protein shakes are okay. So bone broth protein powder, there's grass-fed beef protein powders now.
Even amino acids, right? Even
Yep.
MAP aminos are a good source, a very clean source.
Yeah, so master amino pattern, that's what it's called. So if you search for that, you can find that, or messages, we can send you links where you can buy them from. But those are really good sources of increasing protein and amino acids in your system. So that would be a simple habit that you can always focus on, and you'll always get and stay lean. So.
All right. So habit 4, taking basic supplements. So looking at that and saying, what are some of the things that we should always have? For the most part, these are things that no matter who will start with these, this will help with benefits from sleep, digestion, mood, energy, and lowering inflammation right away in the first 4 or 5 days. People usually say they feel a lot better with these basics, and you can continue on them. Most of these aren't things that you have to cycle off. They're things that you can stay on. I would say certain things like maybe D3 or whatever, you can always get tested, but most of the things like magnesium, fish oil, whatever, you can definitely stay on these. And he says that check those out, look at the nutrition supplement document, and you'll see them all there. There are places you can find them local, like Healthy Planet or Noah's, or depending on where you are in the world. They said you can also get a lot of these things on Amazon as well. So
yeah. Let's go on to habit number 5. Aim to get at least 3 resistance training workouts per week. And that could be, obviously machines, but it could even be, let's say if you don't have access to a gym, even your own body weight, right? So there's so much you can do with your own body weight. If you can get 3 of those workouts, anything from 30 to 45 to 60 minutes each time, you're going to, again, mobilize a lot of the fat cells. You're going to improve blood flow, improve nutrients, increase your metabolism, right? And again, that's so important because that's going to stimulate that fat loss, right? So you could be eating super clean, but if there's not enough training, enough movements, at some point it's almost like, okay, where's that food going? So a lot of people struggle to drop body fat, or even build muscle and create some kind of shape on their bodies, right? So
sometimes it's even like your body doesn't really need it. Like it's like sometimes your body has to be stimulated and break down to really use that, I don't want to say clean food, but that anti-inflammatory food to make a difference, right? Otherwise, you're not really changing anything. You're not really breaking down any tissue, changing it. So that food doesn't really get to do what it needs to do.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So again, really simple habit that you can implement, and that will, again, long term, all these habits are things if you practice, you're always going to be lean, strong, healthy, mobile, all these different things, right? So,
and the longer you do it, that's one thing we've noticed. The longer that we did it, the better the base was, the better the foundation was, and the harder it was to fall off.
Right.
There isn't any falling off with this.
Absolutely. Ken, you want to do habit number 6?
Yeah, habit number 6. Yeah, I didn't know if you touched on that, just talking about general movement, but even doing cardiovascular, for a lot of reasons, right? Like, it doesn't have to be long, drawn out cardio. Like I said, we see a lot of times long, drawn out cardio actually damages our cardiovascular system, but at least having movement, whether it's, interval based, HIIT training based, Tabata based, whether you're doing circuits with like conditioning and body weight, as Bart was saying, but trying to have some time that is based on raising heart rate for a consistent period of time, at least for 15 minutes, is a great way to increase blood flow. And for some of us, we need it. Some of us need more cardiovascular activities than others to drop body fat. So if you're that person, you respond better to it, have that in and add that in at least, I would say, three times a week, 2 to 3 times a week, and then watch. If you need more, start small and add, smaller increments throughout the week.
So again, this could be even just simple things like walking, swimming, yoga, like pick movements, activities that you like right now, depending on how the weather is. And if you want to even go out and connect with nature and do that, that's important, right? Because part of that is also you are lowering cortisol when you are out and doing these movements. So definitely start doing that beyond the training aspect, right? So habit number 7, keeping a gratitude log. Now, this is super, super, super powerful. We talk about it all the time on our Facebook Lives. We've been practicing this probably over 8 to 10 years now. Ken, you're probably doing it even longer since you're older than me. But
oh, jeez.
On a serious note, you have been doing it before I learned it. So I think it's so critical. Even before this whole 5-minute journal thing and everything got popular, we were doing this. So which is why we decided that to be one of the major habits, and we included a simple gratitude journal in there, where if we can actually let's pull it up right now and go through how we're doing that gratitude journal. So pretty much, when you're winding down before bed, which should be anything from 30 to 60 minutes before bed, the more stress you're exposed to, the more challenges you have with sleep or calming your nervous system, the longer you want your winding down period, right?
Absolutely.
If you are, so let's say we say 30 minutes before we start doing our wind down process, turning electronics off, turning lights off, dimming certain lights that we need,
Mm-hmm.
all these things off. And then, one of the activities is doing the gratitude log. So you download information on paper, but again, not always just writing down things that are, oh, this was bad today. I know some people who have been journaling that way, where they're writing down their stress, and they all tell me it doesn't work so well because they're constantly just repeating the stress on paper, versus when they start actually writing down in this format, where now they're forcing their bodies, their minds to actually look at what they're thankful for and what's great in their life. They always report sleeping better, feeling less stress, better blood pressure, all these different things, right? Can you ask certain questions that you want answers for? Of course you can, right? But so if you look at the gratitude log, we've kept 5 points that you're grateful for. You could add more to this. It doesn't have to be 5. There are days where I've written a page full, and there are days where I've written like 2 lines. So the point is, as you're starting out, just practice finding at least 5 new things every day that you're thankful for. Okay. And remember, that's the key, 5 new things, right? And then secondly, we also look at, just kind of planning the next day in a little bit, right? So if you scroll down, there's a section that says, what would make tomorrow great? So I've given you simple, in terms of family, what's one thing that you can focus on for tomorrow that will make your family life, family time great? Work-wise, what can you do that will make work time great? Same thing with your nutrition, fitness. You could add more. You could add finances in there. You could add anything else that you care about in there, and every night plan that. So what's one thing you can focus on tomorrow for different aspects of your life that will guarantee that tomorrow is a great day. So you're already
when they're looking at that, right, Bart? When they're looking at the thankfuls,
yeah.
and those 5, or they're not repeating them, like you said, you're always looking for new ones.
Yeah.
Searching for new ones. When they're looking for what's tomorrow and what could make tomorrow great, it's the same thing. They should be trying to always finding better and different ways to make family, work, nutrition, fitness improve, not just the same things every day over and over again. I'll try harder isn't really, or the same reasons, right?
Yeah.
I think that's important.
And I think sometimes there could be repetition if there's certain things that you're practicing in terms of, like, let's say, okay, family time. Let's say you guys decide, I'm going to eat with the family and not use my cell phone when it's dinner time. And maybe that's something you're practicing and that could repeat, but then it shouldn't be like that just, okay, every time for the week it's become like that. I think you've got to start looking at new things as much as possible, right? So again, they could be very small things that you may think is so trivial, but that's what you have to focus on, is that one thing that will make such a big impact on your family life, work life, whatever that is, right? So that's the gratitude journal, and that's the habit number 7.
All right, so the last habit we have is sleep and sleep quality. So as we talk a little bit about when we wind down and what we're doing when we're winding down, also trying to make that wind down time somewhere around between 9:30. So you're actually trying to be, I would say, asleep by 10, not just in bed by 10, then asleep by 11. You want to try and be as much as you can close to sleep in those times. And that means starting everything early, the process earlier. The same way I say we plan it with children. We dim lights, we stop stimulation, noise, light, all these other things, sound. We try to bring all that down. That's a great point for us. And a lot of us, I think we're doing work, we're on phones, we're trying to get stuff done, and then we literally close them and hop into bed. It's so important to put that break between shutting off electronics and then letting your nervous system calm down so it can actually do what it needs to do and understand that it needs to shut down. Otherwise, if it's stimulated right to the last minute and then we expect to go to bed, it's still thinking, okay, well, I'm awake, I'm supposed to be running, playing, jumping, working. Why are the eyes closed? What are we doing here? So giving yourself that time, I think, is important. So you can fall asleep around 10:30, not just go into bed and then get to sleep at 11:30, because our repair time starts at 10, so that's very important, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Laura, Nancy, I'm not sure if you're still with us, but Any questions about this stuff? Let us know under the comments if you have any specific questions, and we'll answer that. I guess the last document is the habits checklist. So a good idea would be to print this out, make it into a binder maybe, right? Maybe print 30 sheets, and that way it becomes a part of your binder. I've put in day 1 to 5. Obviously, you can keep switching it, but this is a great checklist that could be, again, it could be something that you do through the day, and that could keep your motivation up, because as you see more things checked off, it's going to motivate you to be consistent. Maybe you're tired that day, but then because everything else is getting checked off, you may go, you know what, I'm going to go for a walk and get another check on that list. If everything's going great, you may go, you know what, I'm tired, or, work needs to get done or anything like that. But you may go, you know what, I'm going to go to bed by 10:30, which means I start winding down earlier, do my gratitude log. And even on days when things may not be going perfectly, maybe you didn't hit your water goal, maybe you didn't hit your protein goal, but look at it this way, you still have all the other opportunity to, okay, can I go for a walk? Can I go into the yoga class? Can I do my gratitude log?
So it's
And
focusing
still
a lot on
control
what
the
you
day.
can do, right? Also just focusing on what you can do, not what you didn't get done, but what is there in my day that I can still get done that'll bring me closer to my goal, right? And then also looking at, maybe there are things you naturally gravitate to. Maybe you're always going for walks, you're always doing your gratitude log, but you're not drinking your water, you're not hitting your protein goals. So you know where your focus is the next day and go, okay.
Yeah.
For me, I would stick with those and go next day, okay, or highlight the ones the next day. These ones, I really want to nail these, because I always seem to be getting the swimming yoga gratitude log, but I'm not working out or taking my supplements or doing anything. So
and that's a great point, because in your gratitude log, when you're looking at what's that one thing you can do to make the next day better, you could choose one of these things. Let me hit my protein goal, let me hit my water goal. And the key is to be 5 to 10% or even more better each day, right? So the better you are every day, your health's going to get better, your body fat's going to drop faster. It all adds up, right? So which is why we even created this whole thing, because that way you have habits that you can stack on each other and get great results. So really simple, guys. Print that out, start using it. Again, start using it today, right?
Yeah.
A lot of these things, you can actually start doing right now. So don't wait. That's the whole purpose of this challenge, is because it doesn't require any prep, right? You don't have to start.
You can start your stuff tonight. You can start all the gratitude logging tonight. You can do anything that's left in the day that you can still do. Why not get started, right?
Yeah. And don't wait for, okay, I'm going to start this meal plan and then start this challenge. No, just that's the whole point of this thing, right? So you don't need prep. Add the meal prep later, right? Add that other stuff, following your supplementation later. But the point is, you can start all this ASAP. So I know Nancy, Laura, you mentioned no questions, but if anything, you can think of anything right now, let us know, or just, again, message us anytime. Right? Let us know how you're doing. Post in the group, right?
Yeah, always let us know.
Yeah, post in the group. Any challenges you're experiencing, or if you had any great experiences with these tools, or if you have great ideas.
Pictures of how your day is going, any of your meals, or anything that you want. Maybe you wrote something great in your journal and you want to share it, or maybe something happened in regards to how you wrote in your journal and you saw it in the day, or your victory list. You want to show you how your list was every day. Okay, I'm banging off my list every day. Something like that, because it even motivates other people in the group as well, right? So who may be struggling.
Yeah. All right. I guess that's it.
I guess it is.
So we'll be live tomorrow again at 7.
That's right.
Right, and give you guys some more information, different information. So if you have any questions, comments, guys, please feel free. Message us.
Tuning in after, because someone may be tuning in after this call and checking it out and commenting. So still leave your comments, even if this isn't on the live portion of it. Still leave comments. We'll be able to catch up with you, and we'll hopefully see you tomorrow night. We can definitely answer those questions. So
yeah.
All right.
Awesome. Thanks for tuning in. and we will catch you guys soon. Bye-bye.